Hello Zane gang, we got the new build for the new Classmod today. I got it pretty quickly, so I tried to release this build as quick as I could. It is such an awesome build. I'll try to get through this as quick as I can. The build will be at the end. I will show you some gameplay to try to impress you first. That's what I like to do, gameplay and then the build. I have over a week off of work. I will be streaming every single day after this video ends for about 9 days. So if you guys would like, you could please stop by the stream and talk to me live, or you could join my Discord and talk to me through there. Both are pinned in the comment section. Let's get right into this video. We're gonna record these next few parts. We have pistol damage up.
That's big and bad now, are you? Personal space! Need some personal space!
Oh, this is so crazy. Alright, next area. I like to get everything together here, so let's do that this time. Wotan, the Invincible.
Now that is definitely your target! Light that giant bastard up!
Little bud!
Crap. No! He's liking this spot over here today. Alright, I wanted to try my new gun out. Hey, you! Why haven't you subscribed to the Zane gang? Hit that button. Yay! No legendary. All right, let's go over the build now. So if you guys were curious, I just ran Slaughter Shaft completely, pretty quickly, not much of a problem. I also went and did the takedown. The takedown took about 20 minutes. I soloed it with this build on Mayhem 4. We call this build the Insane Chain Zane. Let's go over it. I'm pretty excited. This is probably one of the strongest builds in the game now. I'd say it's even stronger than the Driver Amara, my electric Bugatti. This outclasses it for me anyway. Since I did the takedown with modifiers I didn't care about in 20 minutes solo. This build's pretty crazy. You guys are going to be pretty impressed when you try it out yourself. I'll go over my gear quick. This new shotgun is amazing. I had a really good one drop, the Heartbreaker. It comes in all elements, it looks like, so far. It's a lot like a Butcher. I got one that ASE Badass 125. It's really good. This shotgun's one of the best single target weapons I've ever used. The Shreddifier. The Shreddifier is just a really good corrosive weapon I'm using here. The Cutsman does a very good job here. Any corrosive gun. This build is not mandatory on gear at all. You can run absolutely whatever you want. I'm just going to show you what I'm using. The Maggie on the bottom slot. I don't really like the Maggie in general. It's good for this build. It's good for it since we're going off projectile based. The Maggie is good. I would definitely use it on this build, but the Shock Cutsman's great too. You're going to need a shock weapon as well. I don't suggest the Brainstormer. The Brainstormer don't mesh with Zane well. Any shock weapon will do good. The Maggie's good. I use the Maggie to take shields off because it's decent on this build. This is the weapon that makes this build just the same as my last build. This is probably the best Zane build weapon in the game right now. It is called the Redistributor. You'll see it in some of my gameplay from before. It chains like the Brainstormer, but you can get it in any element, and it goes off of your movement speed damage, so it chains for how high of movement speed buff you're getting, which just clears out rooms. That's why we call him Insane Chain Zane. I got a good anointed one as well. I have a fire one with shock. I would try to use any element. I think you could probably make any element work. I would suggest a fire one though. It doesn't even matter if it's anointed. A nice fire one will do the job very well. I am using a transformer that's giving me 20% cooldown rate on action skill end, just to make it so my action skills come back quicker. It's not that mandatory. You can really put whatever you want here. Just for survivability, I would suggest put whatever you want. The transformer is just a very good shield, and that's a decent anointment. That's why I'm using that. You could rock one of those element shields if you want, you know, the ones that give shock or corrosive, or you could pretty much use anything you want here. I wouldn't suggest a front loader or a rerouter because you do want a shield that will stay topped off, but it's not too gear dependent. The Stormfront I'm using just because of the anointment, really. 50% cryo on action skill end. I definitely suggest putting cryo in this slot unless your redistributor is a cryo one. Putting cryo into this build really helps a lot, especially with armor-based enemies. With a redistributor, you can freeze them and it burns through their armor pretty quick. So I do suggest running cryo there. We're using the new Classmod, of course. That's what makes this whole build. It is called the Seein Red, and I got a decent one to drop already. It's only got one good roll, but when you're looking for a good version of this, you're gonna want the one that puts up 3 fire rate. That's my favorite variant so far. These drop a lot. I've already seen 4 of them, so they're not hard to drop. If you're having trouble getting one, just farm the boss at the end of the new DLC, the new Moxxi DLC. For artifact, there's 2 options here that I suggest. A cut purse is pretty good to use. If you're not going to use a cut purse, I would use a snowdrift. Snowdrift's very good to get around places. An auto idle is very good too to help you get that health boost. Victory rush is pretty good. So I would use a snowdrift victory rush, or a cut purse victory rush, or a snowdrift auto idle, or a cut purse auto idle. Projector you could use, it just doesn't mesh very well. So ammo is a really big problem with this build, and I'm warning you that. That's why you want to rock the cut purse. You're gonna want to be a melee and stuff when your barrier's on, because you can't get hurt, and you'll get ammo back. It's not hard to get ammo back with a cut purse at all. It don't take long. But if you're not gonna use a cut purse and you want to run terror works extremely well in this build. That's what I ran the takedown with, is terror, so I didn't have to reload. But you don't need terror. Just use a cut purse if you don't have terror. This does more damage anyway this way if you're going to use a cut purse. But I highly suggest a cut purse. At least keep one on you in case you run out of ammo. I died once in the Slaughter Shaft because I ran out of ammo. Here are our skill trees I'll go over. I always like to put 5 points into adrenaline just to make our action skills come back quicker. Our passive is charged relay because that's the only one we got. We are using barrier clone here. So I'm gonna take my class mod off so it's easier for you guys to see quick. This build is pretty easy to set up. It's basically just maximizing kill skills. So we're putting 5 points in all of the kill skills here. That's the blue tree right there. This skill is really important. It stacks the build. Seeing red is not necessary on this build, but since we have it unlocked, it's just 1 point away. You might as well add it. The reason I do like it is when you're running into combat, you can activate it. But your class mod activates Seein red, so you don't exactly need it, but it's a free point, so you might as well. For the passives, I'm using Bad Dose and Static Field just to buff myself with that drone. It does help out a lot. In this tree, we're running just Synchronicity, Donnybrook, and Duct Tape mod. Only 1 point into Duct Tape mod, just so there's a chance to throw that grenade. It's not really that important, but you might as well just throw a little chance in there so you can do it every once in a while. And all of these kill skill stacking is what's making me do the crazy damage. That's what made me kill Wotan in like a few minutes, no problem. But Salvation maxed out is really what's happening here too, is you're proccing Salvation with the class mod. So you're infinitely getting Salvation, and when Salvation's going, you get lifesteal on any damage you deal. So when you're dealing that chain damage, you pretty much just stay at max health, whether there's 20 enemies in a room sitting there shooting at you. You cannot die as long as Salvation's up and you are hitting a target. That's why the chain damage is nice, because you can chain the room and just sit in between enemies and get shot. And just helps a lot. I mean, I never go down when I'm shooting. Absolutely never, because Salvation is always on when I'm shooting. If you're not able to perform this build at the level that I'm doing, it could be because your Guardian ranks, having all the perks in all the Guardian ranks trees does help out a lot, especially topped off. If you want to know which one to go towards the most, I suggest going towards topped off. After topped off, I would get Shield Reboot and then probably CC Ombo. All of these skills are very good and will help out this build a lot. That is the insane chain Zane for you guys. If you enjoy this, please hit that thumbs up button. I will see you in the next one. Here are 2 videos I do recommend to you. Spikes out.